Getting fired is tough, but losing your job without a chance to tell your side of the story, that's just not fair. And it's often unconstitutional for public employees. This week, we're diving into Cleveland Board of Education versus Loudermill, a 1985 Supreme Court case that's still protecting many of Arizona's public safety officers today. I'm Steve Serbalik, and I'm a panel attorney with AZCOPS in Arizona. Here's the background. In the early 1980s, James Loudermill, a security guard for the Cleveland Board of Education, was fired. Why? He didn't disclose a prior grand larceny conviction on his job application. Loudermill appealed to the Cleveland Civil Service Commission, but it took 9 months to uphold his termination. He fought back, suing in federal court, arguing Ohio's law was unconstitutional because it didn't give him a chance to respond before he was fired. The district court disagreed, saying the post-termination process was enough since Ohio statute defined both the job rights and the procedures. But the Sixth Circuit reversed, saying Loudermill deserved a pre-termination hearing because keeping a job is a big deal, and a quick chance to speak outweighs the government's burden in holding the hearing. The Supreme Court stepped in, and in a 6-3 decision on March 19, 1985, they agreed with Loudermill. Here's what they ruled. Ohio's law gave non-probationary public employees a property interest in their jobs, meaning you can't just take it away without due process. Before firing someone like Loudermill, the government must provide some kind of hearing. It doesn't have to be fancy or extensive, no full-blown trial, no in-person requirement, and it doesn't need to settle the whole case. It's just an initial check to avoid glaring mistakes. The 9-month delay in Loudermill's appeal, not a separate violation, but it showed why pre-termination process matters. Now, I'll be honest, I don't always agree with the courts. Sometimes these rulings feel like extra hoops for agencies trying to manage their workforce in obvious cases. A short hearing might not change the outcome, and bad actors can potentially game the system. But as one of the AZCOPS attorneys, I've got to lay it out straight. Loudermill is the law, and it's here to protect you in valid cases and straightforward ones. If you're a non-probationary employee, like most Arizona peace officers, this case ensures you get a say before your career is on the line. So what does this mean for you? Your rights. If you're facing termination, you're entitled to a Loudermill hearing. It could be in writing or in person, but it's your shot to respond to the charges. What to expect? The hearing isn't a full defense. It's a chance to point out errors, like wrong facts or missing context. Think of it as a first line of defense. Critically, don't go alone. If you're called or noticed for a Loudermill hearing, get help. AZCOPS and attorneys like me can prep you to make your case strong and protect your rights. My office regularly prepares officers for Loudermill hearings, often including written submissions. So here's my advice. Act fast. If you're notified of a potential termination, contact your supervisor or HR to confirm the process and your Loudermill rights. Don't let them slip by. Reach out. Call AZCOPS or your local leader immediately. We've handled countless Loudermill hearings and know how to present your side effectively. For agency heads, make sure your process complies with Loudermill. A quick, fair hearing up front can save headaches and maybe lawsuits down the road. Also, in my experience, allowing in-person hearings with the agency head and attorneys present can be helpful to agency heads. Chiefs and directors always retain the right to make whatever decisions they want, but Loudermill hearings, where the agency head sits eye to eye with his or her employee and their representatives to hear them out, can be incredibly helpful. It improves morale and shows that agency leadership cares enough to take the time to meet with employees before they consider termination. So here's the big takeaway. Loudermill guarantees most officers a voice before your job is taken away. It's not perfect, but it's a critical protection for Arizona's public safety officers. Don't face it alone. Use AZCOPS and your resources to fight for your career. If you have any questions or comments on this topic, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like, follow, and turn on notifications. It helps the channel reach more people like you. Be on the lookout for new videos. They come out every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time. I'm Steve Serbalik. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.
Call back for 86. Negative.